So, guys, the 10th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Award was just concluded this weekend. And I want to know, like, there's been a lot of noise about it. Who is meant to win, who is not meant to win. So, let's get into it. And the highest grossing movie, which was done by Funke Akindele, A Tribe Called Judah, didn't win anything despite 5 nominations. And people are really angry. They're like, why? Why did it happen like that? So let's get into it. Let's talk about why A Breath of Life won the best film instead of A Tribe Called Judah. So let's look into their synopsis, what they were talking about. I know most of you all have watched the movie, but let's do it for people that haven't. So I would say A Breath of Life is talking about a man, he has been through a lot. He's been in the Navy. He has achieved something in his life, came back to his village, married a beautiful woman, and, tried to bring back justice into the village, but it backfired. And, it has a lot of emotional turmoils and the rest, which caught the attention of the audience. Actors in it were Wale, Uzor, you have Genoveva, Umeh, and the likes of them. While A Tribe Called Judah is star-studded, like a lot of stars were in it. You see, people like Funke Akindele, who played the mother. I didn't tell you about the storyline. She played the mother of 5 boys by 5 different men. 5 different men, can you imagine? And, it caught the attention of people. People were like, what's going on? I haven't heard something like this before. So, in their journey, they tried to make money for their mother because she fell sick. It still had a lot of emotional turmoils in it. And people were wondering, why didn't this win? Why didn't this win in any nominations? We have people like Timini, the bad boy, who is fighting with Zubi Michael. You know him. I know you know him. So we have Timini, we have Funke Akindele. She's also the one that directed her movie. It's her movie, okay? A Breath of Life was directed by BB's Sakore. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it well. Sasori or Sakore, okay? So people are wondering, why didn't A Tribe Called Judah? Because it was Nigerian's highest grossing film. It was up there. It was like billions. It caught the eyes of everybody. So why didn't it win? Oh, let's look at the key points why I think A Tribe Called Judah didn't win any of their nominations. So you can see, I would say it has to do with the quality of the storytelling and the narrative. The storytelling both has like really good, like amazing storylines, and their narrative was great. But I think us Nigerians, like we Nigerians, we roll more with religion. That's what's really weighing in now. Religion, morality, and A Breath of Life brought that out. It actually made the audience, the viewers, connect more with what they relate to, religion and morality. While A Tribe Called Judah, on the other hand, it was, it had a lot to do with immoralities, if I might say, not trying to diss anybody. But like Nigerians don't go with that type of, a woman like gave birth to like 5 different boys from 5 different men, and then they still had the opportunity to run away with a huge sum of cash in this country, Nigeria. And they're not like, so you understand what I'm saying? So this type of thing, it's moved well, like as a story, but obviously they went with what they related to more, which is A Breath of Life. Another key point is production value and cinematography. Now, I don't think there is much to this apart from the budget. A Tribe Called Judah was funded by Funke Akindele, which is an individual filmmaker. And A Breath of Life was funded by Amazon themselves, which like their net worth is 1.5 trillion. So imagine what that amount can get, like the equipment that amount can get compared to what, I'm not saying that Funke didn't spend much on A Tribe Called Judah, but I don't think it's getting close to what Amazon spent on this Breath of Life. So the quality is going to be totally different depending on the equipment used, and it's obvious that the equipment used were totally different. Okay, the next point will be on acting and performance. Now, I'm not saying that the actors in the both films like didn't actually do their best, but did you watch A Breath of Life? Did you see Wale Ojo's performance? It was like, and his transition from when his younger self to his older self, and how he embodied the role. Like, it's something you need to like give him. You need to clap. You need to clap for him because he really did well. Not to talk of Chimezie Imo. He did so well. Did you watch him cry when he was collecting his award, his Trailblazer award? Please. I don't think, like, the actors are good, I'm not gonna lie. But watch A Breath of Life and tell me that Wale Ojo and the other actors didn't do well. Tell me. So the next point we're going to be talking about is based on the directing and the editing. Now, I just finished talking about budgeting. So obviously, different budget, different outcome. Now, I'm not going to say the both projects didn't try, but there were some loops in A Tribe Called Judah. Maybe because Funke Akindele was busy, directing, acting, and maybe doing some other background stuff. But obviously there were some loops. While A Breath of Life went more smoothly, and it didn't have much mistakes based on their editing and their direction. It didn't have much mistakes as noticeable as what happened in A Tribe Called Judah. So I think that's one of the points I think cost her not winning, the film itself not winning any of their nominations. The next point I would like to talk about is based on cultural relevance and representation. Now, looking at the two movies, obviously, A Tribe Called Judah, it's talking about ghetto life, what goes on in like the ghetto, how people survive, using different methods. And A Breath of Life speaks on religion, morality. That's what it's based on. And looking at two of them, obviously, the jury, the judge, people in charge will be like, and the audience will obviously move towards the one like representing the country well, or like the country well in general, because people won't want to be looked like, the country won't want to be looked like, oh, this is what happens. Oh, a woman will just go and marry, like give birth to 5 different children from 5 different men. So obviously that cultural representation wasn't going for most people, and people were kind of against it. And they were moving towards A Breath of Life because it had more religious impact. Like it talked more of religion and morality. It based more on what Nigerians moved with. Even though, A Tribe Called Judah advertised their production very well. People moved with it. A lot of people knew it. It was Nigerians' highest grossing production. Can you imagine? Gaining over 1 billion. So people were shocked seeing that, it didn't win any nominations. But A Breath of Life actually won it because it's just had all these amazing qualities that Nigerians really moved with, and they just wanted it to be that way. So I want to know you guys' opinion and comment. Just tell me what you think about why this happened and why A Tribe Called Judah didn't win any nomination. Just write it down in the comment section. I'd like to hear what all of you have to say. Thank you.